Going by Christian beliefs, Jesus was the Son of God and had lived on earth, was crucified at the cross, but rose again on the third day. Mary Magdalene is said to have been the first person to know of Jesus' resurrection. Some accounts have it that she actually saw Jesus. Mary Magdalene was one of the few people who knew Jesus' burial site. The Bible records the process of Jesus' arrest leading up to his crucifixion, a very tumultuous process as Jesus walked all over town bearing a cross on which he would be crucified. Many of Jesus' friends, acquaintances, and followers took to flight lest they be associated with or connected to Jesus and have to pay some sort of price. According to the Gospels, Mary Magdalene visited Jesus' tomb on Easter Sunday, either alone, according to the Gospel of John, or with other women, and found the tomb empty. In the Gospel of John, Jesus actually appears to Mary Magdalene alone after his resurrection and instructs her to tell his disciple of his return. Mary Magdalene's birthplace was Magdala, a booming fish town on the shores of the Sea of Galilee, located in the northernmost region of ancient Palestine, now northern Israel. Jesus preached and performed many miracles at the Sea of Galilee per the Bible New Testament. Her name, Magdalene, came from her birth town, meaning tower. Not much is said about Mary Magdalene's upbringing, family, and life, but that she was an ardent follower of Jesus, a disciple. She is believed to have been a Jewish descent. Mary Magdalene had Jesus cast out 7 demons out of her. Jesus cured Mary Magdalene of a serious illness. As Jesus taught throughout the country, he was accompanied by a group of men led by Peter and a group of women led by Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene's name is mentioned 12 different times in the Bible. Mary Magdalene stayed with Jesus throughout his suffering. She was present at the tomb. She was the first person to whom Jesus appeared after his resurrection and the first to preach the good news of that miracle. While the Western Christian Church portrayed Mary Magdalene as a repentant sinner for centuries, newer research has disputed this interpretation, and the discovery of Gnostic Gospel, including the Gospel of Mary, describes Mary as a reflective, wise spiritualist favored by Jesus. However, over the centuries, Western Christian doctrine, Renaissance art and literature, and modern media have depicted Mary as a prostitute, love interest of Christ, and even his wife. The 4 Gospels are not eyewitness accounts. They were written 35 to 65 years after Jesus' death. Jesus died in about the year 30 AD. The Gospels of Mark, Matthew, and Luke dated to about 65 to 85 AD and have various sources and themes in common. The Gospel of John was composed around 90 to 95 AD and is distinct. So, when we read about Mary Magdalene in each of the Gospels, as we read about Jesus, what we are getting is not history but memory. Memory shaped by times, by shades of emphasis, and by efforts to make distinctive theological points. Beginning in 1896 AD, fragmentary manuscripts known as the Gnostic Gospels were discovered by theologians and archaeologists. The Gospels of Mary, believed to have been written in the 3rd century, reveals a Mary Magdalene who had a special relationship with Jesus and possessed a deeper understanding of his teaching. The Gospel of Philip describes Mary's relationship with Jesus as a partner, associate, or companion. Mary Magdalene is said to have remained loyal to Jesus throughout his life, death, and resurrection, accompanied him to his crucifixion even when he had been abandoned by others. After Jesus died, Mary Magdalene accompanied his body to his tomb, and is widely recorded in multiple Gospels that she was the first person to whom Jesus appeared after his resurrection. She was also the first to preach the good news of the miracle of Jesus' resurrection. Today, Mary Magdalene is considered a saint by the Catholic, Orthodox, Anglican, and Lutheran churches, though the interpretation of her persona differ. According to some historical sources, she accompanied Saint John the Evangelist to the city of Ephesus near modern Selak, Turkey, where she died and was buried. Thank you.